With us, Republican strategist and South Carolina Republican Party Chair Drew McKissick, and Democrat and former Ohio State Senator and senior fellow at the Institute on Race, Power, and Political Economy at the New School, Nina Turner. Good morning, friends. Thanks for joining. Drew, let me start with you. Hegseth, will he end up getting confirmed, or do you think he's the next guy to fall?
No, I think he's going to get confirmed. I mean, you've seen, I think in the last several days, a good bit more momentum has begun to build. I think that there's a lot of consensus about the fact that, unless you're willing to go and raise your hand in a hearing and testify under oath under penalty of perjury, this rumor mill stuff is just a bunch of garbage, and it's a distraction. And it can be done to anybody. That's what hearings are for. And you've seen several senators in the last several days come out and express that fact. And I think they're looking forward to a hearing and be able to clear up any record and answer any questions and move ahead.
Can I stick with you for 1 second? I want to talk about Senator Joni Ernst. She has said that her and Hegseth plan to meet again next week. She's a combat veteran. She has been pretty vocal about Hegseth. Now she's saying we should listen to him during the confirmation hearings. How important is her voice in all of this?
Well, she is one of 53 Republican senators. I mean, she certainly has a voice, and she does have experience in the military. A lot of other members of the Senate on the Republican side do as well. Senator Graham from South Carolina being one of them. I know Senator Graham has known Hegseth for a number of years. They served together in Afghanistan. He's had nothing but good things to say about him, and he said this all just needs to come down to a hearing. So I think that's what you're going to see.
All right, thank you for that. Nina, hello. So Republican or Democrat, talk about the limited political capital legislators have against an executive like a president or a governor. What are the inside negotiations here? What do they look like?
Well, Hannah, you definitely hit the nail on the head. It is limited. Usually a president gets exactly what they want in terms of their nominations, although the power is ultimately in the Senate's hands. Senators usually of that particular party, they go with what their president wants to have. I mean, the fact that he's going office to office is not unique, pleading his case. That's exactly what he should be doing. I think ultimately senators like Senator Ernst or others who are kind of sounding the alarm will eventually cave if Hegseth can make it all the way through. Unlike Congressman Gates, we know he had to drop out. It remains to be seen whether or not Hegseth does it. Has to eventually drop out, but they're going office to plead their case, and that's exactly what they should do. 9 times out of 10, if you make it, you will be confirmed.
Drew, there's new reporting this morning that President-elect Trump is prepared to support RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard too. What do we expect to unfold on Capitol Hill in the next few weeks?
Well, I couldn't really, I don't have a crystal ball to tell you exactly how Democrats are going to react to that. I mean, once you get into a good number of these jobs, you start to talk about a lot of things that involve regulation and the impact of not just Trump's election, but his picks on the regulatory state. And I think that's where you're going to see a lot of pushback by Democrats. It doesn't matter which particular person you may be talking about. Anybody who has any commitment to pushing back on the size of the regulatory state, I think is going to get a lot of opposition from Democrats. But at the end of the day, Donald Trump won. This is his election. He won not just the Electoral College, but also the popular vote.
Nina, let's switch gears a bit. Biden weighing preemptive pardons for officials they fear may be targeted by Trump. The White House isn't officially confirming this, but reporting includes former Congressman Liz Cheney, retired Senator Mark Milley, Senator-elect Adam Schiff, of course, Dr. Anthony Fauci. I have to ask your thoughts here, Nina.
I think it's a solution searching for a problem. I wish the president on his way out would do more to help everyday Americans, particularly those who are in prison right now for nonviolent cannabis charges. Meanwhile, in certain states across this country, people are getting wealthy because it's legal to sell it. This president should be doing more, just as he saved his son, which he should have. Hell, I would have saved my son too, my cat and my dog, if I had the power to do it. So I get it. I'm not mad at him. No shade towards that. But his 1994 crime bill caused a lot of angst and destruction in communities across this country, especially in the African-American community. And he owes this community on his way out to do better by people whose last name is not Biden.
I'm running out of time. Nina, I want to ask you very quickly, do you think the president should also pardon President-elect Trump before he leaves office?
I mean, that remains to be seen again. Hannah. President Trump is going to be all right. So he doesn't need to pardon President Trump. President Trump won the election, so he good. But the types of people who are not good are the big mamas and big papas and their children all across this country.
Sure.
That's where I want to see him use his power.
Drew, your reaction?
Well, look, I don't think you're going to see Biden do anything along those lines. I think you're going to see him pardon a lot of other folks, as you've been hearing the rumors here lately.
Yep.
I think this is him on the way out the door, looking to, potentially keep a lot of other things from being investigated, and a lot of other problems for coming up from them. They're trying to look ahead to the next election.
It's always a pleasure to talk to both of you. Thanks for making time for us, guys. Drew McKissick, Nina Turner, thank you.